everybody. Lance Russell and Dave Brown. And by golly, we're sitting right along the ringside, ready to go with big action here on Championship Wrestling today. Dave.
Oh, I tell you, what an opening match we've got today. We are going to have King Konga in here from the streets of New York City, but not alone. He's going to have as his partner the Lumberjack out of Montreal, Canada, Big Joe LeDuc. Formidable tag team. They'll be going against Jameson and Raver in the opening match. Rock and Roll Express. Rick and Robert will be here in the studio today. Rick Rude will be with us, too.
The new family sensation, yes.
Bruise Brothers will be teamed up with Norvell Austin for a six-man tag team match. And then expiration of time action today. It'll be the Dutchman, Dutch Mantel, and Jerry the King Lawler. Should be a good day.
Oh, yeah. We got one single match with Rude involved, but the rest big tag action, and we're looking forward to all of it. Tell you what, let's take time out now. We'll be back to the ring in just a moment. We're about ready to go in the ring. Before we get there, we're going to ask the big Canadian super heavyweight, Big Joe LeDuc, to come in here. It's been a while since we've had Joe on Championship Wrestling. We initially saw him when he came out of the North Woods with huge John Louis. Joe has made quite a name throughout the entire wrestling world. Joe LeDuc.
I'm sure it's your pleasure, Lance Russell, and also all of your pleasure, all of you watching in your living room, you're seeing the Canadian Lumberjack. Joe LeDuc has come back. I've lived in New Zealand, I've lived in Japan, I've lived in Jakarta, I've lived in Singapore, I've lived everywhere, Lance Russell. I'm the kind of guy that you want to talk to your children about. I'm the man with the power. I'm the man, the number one. Everybody's talking about King here and King there. King Lawler and Stagger Lee and the Fab. Talking about everybody. That's good, Lance Russell. From now on, I think you're going to be talking about somebody else. There's another man that I won't talk about right now, but it's going to be very, very popular in this area, too. I'd like to introduce him in a few minutes. It'll come in time. Now, Jerry Lawler, Austin Idol, Dutch Mantel, the fabulous one. Did I forget anybody, Mr. Russell?
I think you covered a bunch there.
This is the corridor of mendacity. This is time for truth. Everybody wonders what happened to Joe LeDuc. I haven't been here since 1979, but I've been traveling. I've been fighting every day of my life. People go and have Thanksgiving turkey. They have Thanksgiving and Christmas and New Year's and birthday. I work out all that time. I drink beer. People say I'm crazy. Do I look crazy, Lance Russell?
No comment, Joe.
Tell them to shut up.
Some of the folks out there got...
Well, they can think what they want to think. But all of you morons out there, remember one thing. That Joe LeDuc is back. And Joe LeDuc is back to stay. And to hurt some people. I can break bones. I'll attack anybody in the back. I'll do anything I can to win. And you know, Mr. Russell, that I don't say this very lightly.
I know you well enough, Joe.
You know, Mr. Russell, when I say something, it happens. And everywhere I've been, I've held every championship in the world that you can think of. There's a lot of championship around here. I've seen a lot of people with belts around their waist.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I have no belt around my waist, but I am still the champion. And that remains to be seen. You may say, Mr. Russell, good. It does remains to be seen.
Let's start it off with the ring right now, Joe. You've got a team waiting up there for you, a young team, and they'll be going against a massive, massive team of Konga and LeDuc. Okay, Dave.
This match is going to be a one-fall, 10-minute time limit event. Introduce. Ooh,
We still got plenty of action coming up here on Channel 3's Championship Wrestling. Be back to it in a moment. Hey, Tuesday night, you hear it? Back on Tuesday night, and what a night it'll be. Southern Tag Team Title Tournament. And we're going to have a champion crowned after 11 matches right there. We talked to some of the pre-tournament favorites. Listen to what they had to say.
Break out, break out. Yeah, Louisville, Kentucky, Macho Man Country. Yeah. Southern Tag Team Title Tournament. Yeah. Angelo Poffo and the Macho Man Randy Savage coming to Louisville, Kentucky, Macho Man Country. And don't you know that we're going to take the belts? Yeah. The Macho Man Randy Savage and Angelo Poffo, Southern Tag Team Title Champs. Southern Tag Team Tournament. Everybody knows what that means. Everybody fight till there's only one team that's left. Victor. Rock and Roll Express, you are the stepping stone to Mr. Conga and Joe LeDuc. You're talking about pain and agony. That's it.
Louisville, let me tell you something. You done got the Zamboa Express upset in the one thing you don't do, and that's get the big man mad. You stole our belts. Well, let me tell you something. The Windy City and back in the streets of Chicago, you learn to fight before you can walk, and you never take nothing that belongs to a man.
Those are just three of the outstanding teams that are going to be in that big tournament. By golly, we'll be talking to more of them a little bit later on. Let me tell you, just sensational matches already. Joe LeDuc, Conga going against the Rock and Roll Express. That is just a first-round match, my friend. And wait till you hear some of the others. Zambui against Jerry Lawler and Austin Idol. 11 big matches in all, and it will happen Tuesday night, Louisville Garden. There will be a new Southern Tag Team Champion team. And we're hoping maybe you're going to be right there. Tuesday, Louisville Gardens.
They've got the Pink Panther in there now. Robert Gibson up in the air, body slams him, drops down with a leg. Versus a headlock. Panther trying to fire a fist to the midsection. Robert Gibson had him down. Panther's feet were over in the ropes. Count stopped at 1. Pink Panther off the ropes. Rick Gibson waiting there with a forearm. Panther struggles to make the tag, and he got it. Referee said, tag. Rick Morton awaits Big Lou Winston. Winston for a couple of words to the crowd. 3 minutes gone. And a nice move. One of many by
Jerry Lawler and Dutch Mantell teaming together. We've also got a 6-man tag match. And here is the president of the First Family, Jimmy Hart. Boy, Jimmy, you really got him stirred up today.
Oh, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it today.
There's one that says Hart is a wimp. Yeah, Hart is a wimp, and a whole big story about it.
I don't want to hear it, baby.
Well,
I feel
I'll
good
tell you
today.
what I want to hear about. I want to hear about what in the world possessed Jimmy Hart, and I know all about this, interfering on behalf of the Zambui Express. Not your talent. You're up there, and I just am stunned. I absolutely was stunned when it came down to understanding that, Jimmy.
I get you say Jimmy Hart is unpredictable, right, Russell?
Boy, he was certainly unpredictable. Hey, listen, I got something for you that was delivered. Wait a minute, don't run off. This was delivered to the station.
A present from you to me,
No,
right?
not from me, I'll tell you. It also was accompanied by a picture of one of your not-too-favorite friends. I want you to open it up because there is a message in there. I will tell you the picture was of James J. Dillon, but go ahead and open it up anyhow. Yeah.
Nothing ticking in here, huh?
No, nothing ticking. We checked that out to be certain on it because when you get packages and presents, there's no telling what in the world there are.
Here, Dave, help me. Don't sit there with him. Come on.
Now, all I know is that this is for, here, just split it. Yeah.
$59.95. Couldn't be much of anything, man.
Hey,
Hey,
look
tape
at here.
machine.
All right.
I'll put it with the rest of my tape machine.
No, wait a minute.
Wait, the batteries fell out of the back of it, idiot. What kind of, who's going to send Jimmy Hart a tape
It's had a
machine
long trip.
with the batteries out of it, goof? Come on, man.
Can you
Let's
figure
fix
out
that
how to
thing.
put these in here,
I certainly
Jim?
hope I can. Let's be sure. If you're helping me do it, we'll probably get the whole thing goofed up here. Let's put the
Yes, because I am really interested to find out what the message is that let's
yeah,
we'll
see if it's gonna work here.
Okay, you got it all.
I hope
all
so.
right.
If you put them in right.
This is James J. Dillon.
This was sent to me.
This is a special message from James J.
Let's be
Dillon,
sure we got-
accompanied by a picture, by the way, and I want you to watch the monitor when you're listening to this because
Where do you turn it on?
you'll have an opportunity
Click it
to.
on.
Okay, here we go.
Now, Mr. Hart, I am too much of a man and too much of a gentleman. Need I remind you
There he is.
that I am Pro Wrestling Manager of the Year for 1982? I am Pro Wrestling Manager of the Year 1983? And I feel I'm already a shoo-in for 1984. And being the gentleman that I am not going to threaten you with bodily harm. But Mr. Jimmy Hart, if you ever interfere in any of the matches at any time in the future from this moment on with a Zambui Express or anybody else I have under contract, I will charter my Learjet in a New York second, and I'm going to come up to this area, and Jimmy Hart, I'm going to wring your scrawny neck.
That's it, Jim. A simple message.
I see it. Y'all love J.J. Dillon more than Jimmy Hart. Is that right? Well, let me tell you something, baby. I'm not scared of anything or anybody. You know what? I'll tell you what I did it for. Let me tell you something, Zambui Express. If y'all guys are listening in the back there, you better take a look at Jimmy Hart because I am the future in professional wrestling. I am the youngest man in professional wrestling. I'm not an old man, an old fossil, laying on a beach down there in Miami Beach, Florida, or wherever he's from, baby, soaking up the sun while you're up here running down the highways, baby, running down the highways, breaking every bone in your body while he collects the money from you. So you better wake up, man. I'm in the trenches every week and every night with my men. I've got scars on my head and broken bones to prove it. Like I said, I am the future, baby. You better wake up and take a look at Jimmy Hart. J.J. Dillon, you've got to be kidding me. I'm not worried about J.J. Dillon. I'm not scared of anything or anybody,
fair
baby.
Warning, Jimmy.
Big deal. Well, you can take the stupid, cheap $59 tape machine with the batteries all fixed the wrong way. It shows what he knows about anything. I'm not worried about nobody, but I don't want to talk about Dillon anymore. You know what I want to talk about now? I want to talk about somebody very special to Jimmy Hart. You know, this next wrestler, give me the microphone. Ladies and gentlemen, and I use the word very loosely, ladies and gentlemen, feast your eyes on the door, baby. Upstairs, crank up the music. Introducing the sensational Rick Rude. Look at him, baby. Come on, dance for him, Rick.
What is this?
Woo!
That is the Fabulous Ones music.
You gotta be kidding me. That's Billy Squire's music. That's not the Fabulous Ones
That's the
music.
music associated with it.
You know what? You're an idiot. You're just like the stupid people out here. You thought evidently the Fabulous Ones were singing that song. You're an idiot, baby. You don't know nothing. That is Billy Squire. Let me tell you what, baby. See, you must think the song's a big hit by the Fabs. Well, let me tell you something. You ain't seen nothing yet, baby, because this man's gonna make that song really famous. Because this man is going to be famous. You're an idiot. The only people who does original music around here is Jimmy Hart. Now, maybe Lawler does a little bit, but I do it the best. His music is trash, baby. Original music. From now on, this is Rick Rude's theme song, baby. Everybody wants him.
Oh, yeah. Jimmy Hart pulling another one just to irritate and get under the skin of somebody, Dave. Rick Rude in there with his valet and ready for the introduction.
It's going to be a one-fall, 10-minute time limit match. Introducing at 203 pounds from Memphis, Tennessee, David Johnson, and going against him from Beverly Hills, California, with his manager, Jimmy Hart, with his valet, Angel, 232 pounds, Rick Rude. One fall, 10-minute time limit match. Referee Jerry Calhoun. Tag team action, ready to go. One fall, 10-minute time limit.
Bruise power, baby. The Bruise Brothers. The dog is back with them.
Bruise Brothers and Norvell Austin coming up on the ringside. Again, one fall, 10-minute time limit. Introducing at a total weight of 679 pounds. From Memphis, Tennessee, Norvell Austin. And from the Windy City, the Bruise Brothers. Going against him, total weight of 669 pounds. From Topeka, Kansas, Art Cruz. From Memphis, Tennessee, Robert Reed. And from Union City, Tennessee, Stagger Lee. One fall, 10-minute time limit. Referee Jerry Calhoun.
Should be a doggone good active six-man tag match. A little more experience on the family side of the ring. But you've got Stagger Lee, who's been there and back. Art Cruz, a youngster trained by Pat O'Connor. Robert Reed. Bell time. Here we go, Dave.
It's the Dream Machine starting for the Bruise Brothers and Norvell Austin team against Art Cruz. Cruz off the rope, put Dream Machine on the mat. Dream Machine sets, waits, rolls Cruz down. Cruz kept him moving, kicked him back. Work job. Came back in, both the Bruise.
Pulling hair. He was pulling hair.
He was battling the Bruise Brothers 2 against 1. Dream Machine steps out. Pork Chop Cash trying to stay in there, and the referee just counted him back so that Dream Machine is back in there. No tag was made. Dream Machine has to stay in. He is in against Robert Reed. Cruz made the tag on him. Reed off the ropes, ducks under the clothesline.
Look at it. Isn't this exciting, Davey? Look at this, baby. Woo!
It is exciting. Just see Robert Reed duck under that clothesline thrown by a Dream Machine.
You know, I always kid about Robert Reed going to the Jerry Lawler School of Wrestling, but the kid is looking better. Reed's looking better. Now, not great, mind you, but a little better. You know, but after 2 years, I guess anybody will look good, huh?
Robert holding his own so far. Dream Machine right in the middle of the ring. Oh, Dream Machine. It's a twist on the arm. Look at that. Robert Reed reverses him.
Lucky, lucky, lucky. That's all. Look
Off the ropes. Robert Reed steps over. Goes for the drop kick. Robert
but
missed.
he is green, baby. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that right there. Look.
Look
see?
at that hair pulling by the Dream Machine as he yanks Reed back over to the corner.
He's not pulling hair.
He makes the tag. Now he's not. He
Beautiful,
makes the
baby.
tag.
Look at
Pork
that.
Chop Cash in for the
See,
Bruise Brothers.
a few cute moves doesn't make you a wrestler. A few little cute moves. I can't even talk today. I'm so excited. I'm really excited today, man. This is the greatest day of my life, Brown.
Robert Reed thought he got the tag, but he did not, apparently. Just missed the tag on Stagger Lee.
Look at those arms on Pork Chop Cash. Look at those arms, baby. Look at the chest.
Tag on Norvell Austin.
Oh, here comes the dog, baby. Woo!
Norvell puts Reed under the ropes. Whoa.
Look at that drop kick. Now, why don't you talk about Norvell's drop kick? Wasn't it beautiful?
That was a fine drop kick. Yeah, I got to give him that.
Beautiful, baby.
Headbutt. Robert Reed hits the mat. There's Pork Chop back in after the tag. Reed nailed by the clothesline.
That guy is scared to death. Look at him right there. He is flinching. He's scared to death, baby.
Dream Machine back in. Robert Reed made it to the corner, and the tag on Stagger Lee.
Clumsy idiot. He tripped coming through the ropes. What a clumsy idiot he is, man. Look at this. Come on.
Stagger Lee got the tag
Double
on
team.
Art
Is
Cruz.
that not a double team?
No, that was a tag, and he left. Art Cruz misses a drop
Yeah,
kick.
he left because he knew what was fixing to happen, baby. The Dream Fisher War, the boom on that kid, man. Look at that.
Dream
Look.
Machine grabbing Robert Reed as Reed steps through the
There you
ropes
go,
after
baby.
the tag.
Stay on him. Come on, Coco. Get your feet wet, man.
We're 3 minutes into the action. 3 minutes gone. Look out, a pile driver by Dream Machine.
What? What pile driver?
He hit him with a pile driver right there. Robert Reed
I didn't even see a pile driver.
over
Now
to
look,
the
he's
corner.
using fist. Now look at the fist. Why don't you say something about the fist? Beautiful.
Cruz runs
Beautiful.
into the feet.
Look at that, baby.
Oh.
Dream's a one-man army today, isn't he? Look at him, boys. Look at that. Beautiful.
Dream Machine puts Art Cruz under the ropes, clotheslines him coming off of there.
Woo!
Robert Reed still lying over in the corner
There
after
you go.
being a
Pork
victim
chop
of a
cast.
pile driver by Dream Machine. Here is Pork Chop.
Well, and where's Robert Reed? I guess going to the Jerry Lawler School of Wrestling doesn't help you out after all, does it?
Not when you get the pile driver. No doubt about it.
Beautiful.
Norvell Austin, Pork Chop Cash making the double team
Hey,
for a moment.
Coco, get your feet wet, man.
Dream Machine with Art Cruz.
Uh-oh.
He puts the pile driver on him.
What pile driver?
What is he doing,
I don't even
Art?
see the pile driver.
That's two of them. Robert Reed
Hey, baby,
and now
this
Art
is professional
Cruz.
wrestling. If you ain't tough, then get out of it, man.
And only Stagger Lee has escaped
Look, nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, baby. Look at him.
the Bruise Brothers.
Come on, stay
Both
on
of
him,
them
baby.
working
Stay
on Stagger Lee.
Stay on him. Bust him. There you go. Beautiful.
Art Cruz
Beautiful.
battling Norvell
Stay on
Austin
him.
over in the corner.
Come on, maybe I ought to get my feet wet on Coco, huh?
Stagger Lee, look out. Dream Machine has him down on the floor, runs him into the turnbuckle. Referee calls for the bell to be rung, and he has disqualified the team of the Bruise Brothers and Norvell Austin with Jimmy Hart. I'm not sure why the disqualification occurred, what the referee's ruling was. Yeah, it's over. Disqualification. Oh, look out. Holding metal chair across the top of the head. Stagger Lee rolled back in the ring, and the Bruise Brothers grabbing him.
Will you get those guys out of here,
Come on,
Jimmy?
Hart, it's over.
Hey, baby, you want action excitement?
Just get
You
them
got
out
it,
of
Daddy.
here. That's terrible. Double teaming.
Stagger Lee, they got the mask ripped. They got a cut on his forehead. Dream Machine climbing the rope. That's ridiculous. Dream Machine put the pile driver on both Robert Reed and Art Cruz. Cruz trying to struggle back into the ring. Meanwhile, three of them, as Jimmy Hart watches, three of them are working on Stagger Lee.
Boy, just, hey,
Jimmy Hart never forgets, baby. Nobody leaves the family without payback time somewhere down the line, Daddy.
busted open and bleeding is Stagger Lee. They ripped that mask. And Jimmy Hart's trying to get Norvell Austin to get three of them on Stagger. He's out there all by himself as his partners bombed down at the end. Norvell went in there, looked like Dave, to try to get him to say, hey, that's enough. And now Dream Machine is beating on him with the belt, and Dream pushed Norvell down. Now Chops is over there, and he's trying, Norvell's trying to say, hey, enough's enough. And not for the Bruise Brothers.
They're shoving back again.
Once again, Norvell goes flying down as he can't get him separated out of it. And this time, Dream just hauls off and nails him. Norvell pounded on the Bruise Brothers. He took all he was going to take from those pounds. That's a little more like it, isn't it, Jimmy? Instead of having 3-on-1, 2-on-2, Dream fired in. Norvell backdrop. Dream right in the middle of the ring. Stagger Lee getting a unexpected assist from Norvell Austin, Dave. I don't really think Norvell had any intention of so much helping Stagger out, but he was trying to get the Bruise Brothers to say, hey, that's enough. You've already busted a guy open, beat on him, torn his mask and everything else. Let's just leave him alone. And then the Dream got pushy and threw Norvell down 2 or 3 times and finally hit him. And that was all Norvell was going to take, partner.
That did it right there as Norvell now helping Stagger Lee out of the ring. 4 minutes, 40 seconds was time on the match. The winners are going to be Robert Reed, Art Cruz, and Stagger Lee by disqualification.
4 minutes, 40 seconds, disqualification, and Art and Norvell Austin helping Stagger out of there. Whale of a match going. Ended up in a disqualification, and Stagger Lee gets jumped by everybody and gets an assist unexpectedly from Norvell Austin, who kind of got involved like he didn't expect to get involved. Timeout. We're going to be back. We've got plenty of action. Remember, we've got the King and the Dutchman teaming up in a tag match, and we'll be to that before long.
Now, the big guys, the Zambui Express. And this match, going to be a one-fall 10-minute time limit. Pat Hutchinson, Jesse Owens over on the other side of the ring, and the Zambui Express grabbing him. Referee says go ahead and ring the bell. Mr. Elijah Akeem, Mr. Kareem Muhammad, the Zambui Express. Boy, they jumped him in the corner back over there. We didn't even get time to introduce him.
Jesse Owens being fired down on the mat by Mr. Elijah Akeem. Man, they are large.
Boy, they are 660 pounds, their total weight. Hutchinson and Owens will weigh in at, probably 410, 408, something like that. Ooh.
Kareem Muhammad stomping away on Jesse Owens. Pounds him with a big forearm. There's a tag. Elijah Akeem puts him down. And if he nails this will be it right here, I believe. Wow. Well, it could have been, but he didn't even try to get a pin. He tags back out to Kareem Muhammad. Muhammad with a right hand pounds him down to the mat.
Okay, we still got some action coming up here on Channel 3's Championship Wrestling. Be back to it in just a moment. Do, in fact, want to tell you that Tuesday night is going to be an absolutely magnificent night of action when you see all the great tag teams that'll be in there in quest of the Southern Tag Team belt. It will be decided Tuesday night with 11 big matches right there that very night in the Louisville Gardens. We talked to some of the other tag teams about their chances. Let's listen.
You know, these are the Southern Tag Team titles, the titles we held and we were stripped of. And I feel like we've got a good, strong chance in this. I feel like we're going to walk right past that first round. But the second round is going to be the one that's going to be interesting. It's going to be either us against the Zambui Express or either Jerry Lawler and Austin Idol. So I think it's going to be quite an interesting night for this tournament.
Louisville, Kentucky, Southern Tag Team Title Tournament, Austin Idol and the King. Austin, we got the Zambui Express, the first round, brother.
Kingfisher, I can't wait. You know, there's a lot of controversy about these belts. A lot of people complain. I know the federals don't like it, but it just so happens they may have to face us because me and Zambui's, only one of us going to walk out winners, King.
When we knock off the Zambui Express, the next stop, Fabulous Ones. Should be interesting.
Louisville, Kentucky, a big night of wrestling up there. The Southern Tag Team belts on the line. I'm in the first round, and Mr. Ebony is my partner against Randy Savin and his old man, Angelo Poffo. Randy, I'm going to say one thing. You're going to get your old man killed if you get him in that ring. The only thing I told Eddie Mullen, just put me in the same ring with Randy Savage, and we'll get it on. I'm planning to go all the way, and Savage, I'm going right through you, baby.
Okay, those are just some of the comments in there. Don't forget, we also have the Rock and Roll Express that'll be entered in the tournament. The Bruise Brothers will be entered in the tournament. It should be a whale of a night of action coming up Tuesday night. Did you hear it? Tuesday night back at the Louisville Gardens. There will be 11 matches. The champions will be crowned that very night, as there will be a demand for a decision in every single match. An opportunity for you to see the new Southern Tag Team champions crowned right in the Louisville Gardens. Make it a point to be there.
Okay, Dave, we did have a little time left in terms of the action on it. I had my time drawn on the clock. And so we've got more action coming up, and here we go. The King and the Dutchman going against the Streetwalkers.
Our first look at the Streetwalkers here. They're out of Black Oak, Arkansas. We don't know too much about them except that fact right there and their total weight, which is 418 pounds, and the fact that they are one fall down for this most formidable team of the King, Jerry Lawler, in there now, and his partner just taking the tag, Dutch Mantell. There's the Dutchman. Does hello to the Streetwalker. Wraps up that left arm a little bit, putting the heat on it. Streetwalker backs to the ropes, trying to use the rope to break out of it. He does, but then takes a mean shoulder butt from Dutch Mantell coming off of there. Dutchman puts a little monkey flip on him. Tag made, and the King coming in. Lawler unleashes the Fury, and the Streetwalker down on the mat. Lawler puts a flip on him. Ooh, drops down, knee across the jawbone. Back over the crowd today, how about the fist? They said, sure, King, go ahead. Awesome, rapid fire right fist that the King uses. Tag made, Dutch Mantell will be coming back in. Mantell and Lawler have had no trouble so far with this team. The first fall went about a minute and a half. Mantell and Lawler getting the victory. Whoop, back in the corner. The other Streetwalker from outside grabbing Dutch Mantell by the hair. Looked like Dutch going to take it out on him. He's got the right fist. Crowd says, hit him. He does.
We got about 3 minutes to go, Dave, in terms of our expiration of time, and I know I'm right this time.
Atomic knee drop by Mantell. He leaves the Streetwalker for Lawler after the tag made. Lawler taking him up straight in the air, suplexes him, drops him back in that reverse.
I think the Streetwalkers wish it had been right the first time.
Yeah, I think they're wishing time had been gone a long time ago.
Oh, boy.
They have made a tag. This is the bigger of the two, or the bigger as far as weight is concerned, in against Dutch Mantell.
Dutchman tying up right away into a standing side headlock.
Dutchman showing the crowd the fist again. They say, yeah, the referee says no. Dutch heeded the word of the referee there. Dutchman picking him up in the air. Time winding down. Couple of minutes left.
Whoa! Did he ever?
1, 2, 3. He got it. Oh, he got him, and I think he could have held him there for a 25 count if he had needed to. Dutch Mantell gets the pin. Jerry Lawler, Dutch Mantell, 2 straight falls over this team of the Streetwalkers in here. Dutch and Lawler savoring the victory. That's 1 fall apiece for them, so they kind of evened out the day's work, I guess. And
2 straight falls on them, and there's not really going to be enough time for them to have any more of the action in there. The King comes out, the Dutchman's out, and we had ourselves an introduction of a brand new team in the Streetwalkers, and what a team for them to go against, huh?